4 questions to ask yourself to kick butt in 2021. Okay, so if you are like me, you are really excited about this new year. It's great, it's gonna be new. COVID is gonna be a thing of the past, please, dear God. But also you feel like this anxiety, like this is supposed to be a great year, right? But what if I set all these goals and then I can't achieve them, or I'm gonna get sidetracked, or maybe since I'm an all or nothing person, like I will go all in and then one day I'll mess up and then I will call it quits and then I'll be embarrassed, and then at 2022 I'll look back and be like, I didn't do anything. So I was feeling that, and I thought you might be too. So instead of these big, huge, lofty goals, I'm not gonna ask you to set 1,000 different big dreams, which are great. If that's you, kudos. But for us mere mortals out there, 4 questions to help you get your navigation, set your eyes clearly on a path that is gonna give you freedom instead of stress and anxiety, okay? So here we go. Question number 1. What is one thing you started in 2020 that you want to continue doing? Did you start reading books because you have more time? Did you connect better with your relatives because Zoom, all those Zoom parties, maybe they paid off? Did you start exercising? Did you start cooking and find out that you love it? What is that one thing that you want to continue doing because it added so much value to your life? Question number 2. What is one thing that you want to stop doing that you started in 2020? This can be a mental mindset. This can be a relationship. Maybe there are some people you need to get out of your life before we progress into this new year. Whatever it is, that one thing that you need to kick out of your life to make it a more beautiful 2021. Question number 3. What is one thing that you want to start in 2021? Okay, this is where I feel like most people, myself included, we get in over our heads and it goes awry. I don't want you to pick 12 new things you're gonna do, a crazy diet, a crazy new exercise regime. No, just pick one thing, and focus on that, okay? And then here's the last question I have for you. What is one word that you want to encompass your year? My word for the year is going to be align. This came to me through a lot of thought and prayer, and I'm so excited to see what that word is gonna look like throughout the year. I think it's so cool to pick a word and then look back on the previous year and see all the different ways that it came to life and came to light in ways that you totally did not expect. I hope that those 4 questions can help set you free so you don't have to carry on the stress and anxiety of making it the best year ever after coming out of the worst year ever. That is my goal for you. Also, I would just love to share some of the crazy cool things that happened in 2020. So I started off 2020 by getting out of an unhealthy relationship. Whew, that took a lot of work, my friends, because I think many of us know if you're in an unhealthy relationship, you don't really know it till you get outside of it. So that took a lot of work after the fact. Yikes. Then I got rid of something else, my tonsils. Again, that was a really difficult journey. You wouldn't think so, it's tonsils. Little jerks were absolute bullies in my life. I was allergic to the medication, so I was puking up lots of blood clots and just vomiting on my surgery, allergic to the medication, like I said, no sleep, couldn't eat for 2 weeks. It was a dark, dark time. But you know what? The Lord, God taught me that I can't write him out of the story. I felt like he told me to go in and see where he had been that entire time. And it was really beautiful to realize that I was never alone, even though I felt so lonely and so scared. And it really prepared me for my move to Hong Kong. It was my first time to Asia. And now it was my first time living alone, which is crazy, and I absolutely love it. I made some of the most beautiful friendships of my entire life, which is such a gift. I made friends with not 1 but 2 Disney princesses as a lead vocalist for Hong Kong Disneyland, which is a huge bucket list that I thought that ship had sailed, as I've shared before. I'm really proud of the relationship that I have fostered with money this year. I'm really proud of how I've saved, and I'm really proud of the ways that I chose to spend money this year, which has been a struggle for me in the past. And I'm also really proud of the relationship that I have grown into with my own body. I have a really long way to go, you guys, but I'm really proud at the different way I'm starting to look at my body, and I'm really hopeful for this upcoming year that I can grow to loving being in my own skin and treating my body the way that it deserves, because she works really hard for me. I read 53 books, love me some Audible. I love the new form of MON-days. I transitioned from a more comedic scripted MON-days to this authentic chatting style, and I'm loving it. I feel like I'm connecting more authentically with you guys, which means the world to me. And last but not least, my book proposal was accepted into a competition where I was coached through writing a book proposal. I'm almost done, and I get to submit it to not one, not two, but 3 publishers. So 2021, I am dreaming and praying and hoping is the year that I will be published by a traditional publisher. So I would love any prayers that you want to send my way about that. 2020 was definitely one of the most growing years that I've ever had. I've never been so far away from my family, and learning how to deal with a pandemic in a foreign country away from friends and family was very difficult to navigate. I had to quarantine by myself in a hotel room in Hong Kong when I landed, and are you kidding? 14 days by yourself in a hotel room, I think is enough to drive a lot of people crazy. And I'm really proud that I did that, to be honest. I look back and I'm like, I did it. I made it through. Oh yeah, I finished a screenplay this year. Super proud of that. I'm grateful to have stayed safe and healthy this year. So I have to say, I am more grateful than not for 2020. And I understand that my circumstances are very different from my friends in America. My heart goes out to you and what you did experience this year. And it's just been handled differently here in Hong Kong. It's definitely memorable. I can't wait to tell my grandkids about this year. So here's to you, my friend. Here's to those 4 questions to help set you on a path for a beautiful year. Remember, they are: one thing you want to continue doing from 2020, one thing you want to stop doing, one thing you want to start doing, and 1 word to encompass your year. Happy Mon-day. May 2021 be your year, my friends. Make it sparkly, make it great. Sending you love wherever you are around this globe. Merry Christmas. Whoa. Okay, well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.